This is an example of a problem about a sign chart where there are no computations involved. The missing piece here is to actually draw a picture of the real sign chart from the information that we're given. So what we have here is the statement that when we were answering the question about x's for which f of x is positive, we got the sign chart that's shown, we got the interval here and the number line here. These are expressing the same idea. So we can move this information, the shaded question and the answer to that question, over to what we consider a sign chart for the function. The question here that's being answered is, where are the y-coordinates positive? And the answer is these shaded bits through here. So that tells us on our sign chart that between -2 and 3, between -2 and 3, the sign chart should say plus, and then from 3 beyond, the sign chart should say plus, and we should have minuses elsewhere. And the only exception is that at -2 and 3, there's an open circle, meaning there's something going on there where we don't have a plus, and we have enough experience now to know what that means. If you don't have a plus there, then you must have a 0 there. So there and there are zeros. So this is what the sign chart for a function looks like in order for the answer to this question, where are the y-coordinates positive, to have this answer. So notice how the shaded parts here correspond to the plus signs on here. And I'm looking at the plus signs because this says greater than 0. So that means y-coordinates are positive. Now from this is a description of y-coordinates. So this is saying that the y-coordinates are below the x-axis, and then when you get to x equals -2, the y-coordinate is 0. And when you get over here, the y-coordinate is mostly positive, but right at 3, the y-coordinate is 0 again. And now we're just looking for the function that does that. Not sure why that one's turning off. That one starts off highlighted, but it's not necessarily the answer. So just make it not look highlighted. And so if we're not used to looking at this, you can really just label these. Like you could put next to the graph, just put a plus or a minus depending on whether the y-coordinate is above or below the axis. So here our y-coordinates are positive and then negative, and then they stay negative. And there's 2 places where the y-coordinates are actually 0. So that does not look like this. This is supposed to be negative, 0, positive, 0, positive. This is completely backwards. It looks like maybe this one. Again, I can just label. So here I'm above the axis, above, I'm above, I'm above, I'm above. So my y-coordinates are positive all through there. My y-coordinate is 0. Oops. My y-coordinate is 0 right there and right there. And my y-coordinates are negative when I get over here. And that actually does match this picture exactly. So this will be my choice. And you should fill in the plus or minuses on these as well and see that they don't match that sign chart.